Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
All right. Now, obviously, at the end of the show, I'll say see you next Tuesday, but it is Tuesday. Promises made, promises fulfilled. It's Black Remnant. Thanks so much for rolling back through. I hope that you enjoyed last week's historical excursion, into Stavron's past. Had a chance to see the classic Othos 88 crew, some of those complicated relationships. But I mean, obviously, Eric, if you want to take it away, let's go for it.
You had basically finished up clearing out the Chrome Hounds out of town.
One ran away.
One ran away.
Right.
One got away.
It could have. I feel like we got out pretty easy compared to how it could have gone. That's what I feel.
Yeah. But you've made your way back into the bay. The bay. Your mechs are in hard dock right now. Hopefully they'll be restored. But as you had, stepped off of the ladder, the last rung of your ladder in the bay, both you and Rashawn saw Zizi sitting just on the front nose of her mech, just sullen.
Yeah.
And not really moving.
Yeah.
So, flashback. Back to the.
This is the Matryoshka flashback.
Back to the battle and Zizi's first kill with the death from above. What everyone else saw was that it was so quick that there was no ejection. Everyone except Roshan.
Oh, so Roshan saw it from from Samira?
Roshan did see an ejection.
Okay.
And when we got back to the hangar, when we got back to the ship, that's when Stavron also noticed that there was an ejection.
The undercarriage?
Because there is viscera under the cockpit of the Nova. The ejection was into the Nova as it was coming down.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So that is what broke Zizi in half mentally.
Okay. So she is sitting at the nose of this thing, and there is like a pool underneath this mech.
It's just matter at that point. It's bad news. So Roshan knows that this could be a possibility, and it's happened before. So before Stavron and Zizi finished basically parking, Roshan was already out of his mech. Got 2 pressure washers. And he's walking up to.
He's setting them down.
He's walking up to the Nova.
Okay.
He straps one on, and he sets the other on the ground.
I have people for that. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to. So I'm like hanging on to the edge of the rascal, looking over, and I see that she is just like this, like basically like legs dangling off the Nova. I'm gonna get back into my cockpit, close and seal it, and then it might be easier for her to talk this way. I'm basically gonna communicate through the radio to the Nova.
Okay.
From my cockpit. Because she might not be ready for all of it, like to be around people, but this I might be able to sneak something in. Like I might be able to sneak a conversation in, especially while Rashawn is doing some maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
If I play my cards right, she'll never have to see that part.
Mm-hmm.
She knows enough of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll just call over the designator.
Yep.
And I'll do this first part in the most military way possible. I'm just gonna say, Rascal to Nova. Like so she can just hear this on the radio inside the cockpit.
Yeah. And you just hear you hear the clicking of the comm, but you don't hear anything. You don't hear any verbal response. You just feel like the comm is, you can hear it clicking on and off, almost like someone's trying to speak.
Yeah. Oh, like click, like she thinks it's time to speak,
Mm-hmm.
and then like can't get all the way through it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say, Rascal to Nova, come in.
Yeah.
I know what happened. And maybe I didn't have the way to explain it before you were in there, but you have to understand that any time I tried to keep you off the field, it's because I knew that things like this happen there. It never had anything to do with whether or not you could beat anybody downside. It's not connected to what you can do inside that cockpit. I think you have a gift, kid. But if I kept you off of it, it's because I know that things like this occur and I wanted to keep you from it. Now, you disobeyed my order and came onto the field before I authorized it. This isn't how this is going to work.
But even if I came on when you did authorize it, how would it have been different?
Listen,
How would any of this been
I
different?
just set it down for a second,
It's going to happen again, isn't it?
and then I pick it back up and I say, I can't tell you that it's never going to happen. I can't tell you that it's never going to happen again. What I can tell you is that anytime it does happen, you have a family on this ship that can help you work through it. These are the facts. Anytime you strap into one of these things, it's gonna be you or them. And I'm not gonna mince words, ZZ. I'm glad it was them. I said it. I'm glad it was them. I'm glad it wasn't you. Can you imagine the conversation that would be with your dad? It'd be a shit show.
And I'm just supposed to forget what happened?
No, absolutely not. You're not supposed to forget what happened. You're supposed to understand that it could have been you, honor that opponent, and go on. Think about the kind of people we were protecting this town from. They had them ground into the dust. The rest of this town, they were hiding underground from these metal monsters, and they did this and have done it for years until we came here. Part of that victory is yours, and you may not be able to see it now, but everybody in this town already knows it. They're going to tell stories about you, kid. And there's kids out there that never have to see anything like this, and it's because of what you did. The best we can do is make it so they don't grow up like us. Now I'm going to drink my coffee. I don't do that in the cockpit.
Yeah.
It was a cool scene. I had to fucking take a break. Yeah, but with that,
And then you just hear over the comms, say, why is Roshan washing my neck off?
Roshan's not watching. Roshan's waiting.
Oh.
oh, he's you can hear the yeah. Say there's a little extra. Say I say I'm coming over there. It's I'm gonna get out, hang it up. I'm gonna get out, tank, and then I'm gonna climb up the ladder over there, and I'm just gonna knock on the cockpit of the Nova and just raise my hand, like fucking get it up.
Yeah, and you just hear the latch decompress and hiss as the cockpit opens.
Yeah.
And you see ZZ inside.
Yeah, and I reach an arm out. I say, come on.
And she waits a couple seconds and looks you up and down, and she'll reach out and
Yeah, I just bring her in.
yeah, and she definitely falls right in.
Yeah, I say, listen, I could tell you stories. I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it right now. But when you're old enough to go to that bar over there, in that Atlas head, when you're ready to do what we do over there, I'm going to start getting into the stories. And you're going to understand why I feel this way. See, you know I grew up on this ship, right?
You know, I grew up on this ship.
Yeah. The ship is our house together. Everybody who lives here is in a family. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can rest in here if you want to, but I think that Roshan is trying to get some help.
Yeah, what is he doing?
He's Roshan. I just shrugged. You listen. You know him better than me.
Well,
I know that when he puts fire down range, it hits. That's what I know about Roshan.
he was doing great until he blew up the engine. I don't get it.
Yeah, he had a real good streak there, and now he kind of has to earn his way out. I mean, I'm with you there. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I love you, kid. It's like, kissed right on the top of the head. Now I got to go explain some things to your dad. So you stay at. I'm gonna give you the all clear. Don't come and talk to him yet. Let me handle that part. I'm good at it. I can talk this old man down. He's getting slow. I think I can get around it.
Good. Yeah, sure. Have fun. Good luck.
Yeah. So I'll step down. But you should do this scene, Keek. You got 3 chips there. You can see how it is. So I'm going to leave. I see that, and I see this situation, and I'm heading back up the twin stairs that go to the cockpit.
Okay.
Roshan motions ZZ down. ZZ comes down off the ladder, and Roshan is basically not. He's not really emotional about anything.
No. No. This is why I'm so impressed by this scene.
He motions her towards the setup for cleaning, and says that basically motions to the simulator and says, you can sit in that chair or you can sit in that chair.
Wow. Dude, that's as hardcore as he has ever been.
And he starts to turn on the pressure washer to start cleaning the undercarriage of this Nova.
Fucking leg drops down.
Jumping, Jesus.
Behind both of you. And she looks back at you. She says, I'm going to need help.
I can help. Like, being in that chair up there is the most important thing to him.
Right.
And if you're not gonna be into it, then you shouldn't be in it. So that from Rashawn.
Well, his whole
Yeah.
life.
His
identity
His
now,
identity is about
right?
that.
And she looks back at you. She just says, "Well, what happened when you went out your first time? How'd you deal with it?"
That's interesting. Did that actually happen in Remnant? Or had he done it before?
No, he'd done it before.
Yeah.
Like this isn't his. That wasn't his first rodeo.
Yeah.
But it just didn't bother. It didn't bother him.
When did it occur to him? I mean,
No.
I think that he had spent so much time thinking about it and preparing for it
Yeah.
that when he got in, it was just like pulling on an old pair of socks.
Yeah. It is just it is. It is a part of the whole experience.
It's part of the arc.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is. It is. This happens often,
Mm-hmm.
and it either happens to you or it happens to them.
Right. And it mostly happens to them, but that's because I have to come and repair all of your shit afterwards. Okay, I can see it, yeah.
Statistically speaking, it happens to them. You know what I mean? In toto.
Yes. So Rashawn asks, "Can you do this? You don't have to."
Yeah, God, that's true.
I don't know yet, but
Yeah, suck it up.
if I'm needed, I'll get in again.
Dude, what a crazy arc. I never would have expected to go this way. For her to try it and then have that experience. And then, yeah, this is just it's a very good game, but the system allows these crazy twists that I didn't see that coming at all. I sort of figured that this was the crew now, but it's a hard lift for her, right? It's a hard lift.
There's probably something like deep down, she repairs these things.
Yes. True.
This is the complete opposite of that.
Well, no, exactly. Like she's literally flipping it the other way.
Yes.
like her main skill, but of course she can do both. It's always, I mean, it'll always be good to have access.
Nobody grows up around these things.
It's rare. It's
So
quite,
of course she can also do that.
it's quite rare. But yeah, having it, like her arc and Rashawn's arc are so distinct. It's really cool.
So cut to Roshan and ZZ quietly cleaning off the notebook.
Scouring.
Yeah.
He's got the mask,
Yes.
the little breathing
With
mask
like
with the filters.
Power Watch Simulator.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Zizi looks back, and you can see her gain some of her old composure again. And she just looks like, she looks over at Rashawn and says, "Get back to cleaning. I got to go fix up Stavron's mech."
It did take some bites, for sure. All right, so I am not rushing in any way, shape, or form to the cockpit, up to the bridge. I'm taking my time. I'm seeing smudges and stuff on the wall, and I'm like, I could probably fix that right now. And so I go and I get a rag and a spray bottle, and I just clean this stuff. And I keep seeing things that will only take a little while to fix. A full hour has transpired.
Yeah.
Because it's like then like the door to my room, it's got this squeak, and it's had it for a while. And I'm like, I can just put that one away. I mean, I might as well just take this opportunity to, it's like, I want to be detail oriented. I think that's the energy I'm trying to bring. This is a new Stavrin, new chapter.
And as you're in your doorway, or with you're cleaning your room, you just get a whiff of cigar smoke coming from the hall.
I say, no, Bruno, you know that this is a no smoking ship.
Come again, son?
I get in there with the oil like in the pressure hinge, and I'm like, I don't think I could stop you even if I wanted to. I think it wouldn't be safe for me to try to stop you, old man. I think you can smoke as many of them as you want. Now, my understanding is that it's not a healthy habit. You may come to regret it eventually, but in the meantime, it's not as bad as some things I guess you could be doing on the ship.
You want to talk to me about what happened?
No, I've been putting it off. I've been putting it off for the better part of an hour, and I think that if I work hard, I can find more things between now and the bridge. To focus on to the exclusion, maybe of my duties as commander. But yeah, we can talk about it.
Hey, I'm proud of you. Thank you.
I say,
He goes on. He's like, you kept her safe. She came back.
yeah, and I say,
Physically safe.
yeah. I say, great. No, I say, look, you've heard the story where like a kid comes home and they've been smoking, and then their dad or their grandpa gets them like a carton and then like makes them smoke the carton, and then they never want to smoke again.
Mm-hmm.
I think ZZ driving mechs and going downside, I think it might have resolved itself.
I mean, what do you mean? You were the one that put her up and said she was going to be fine with this. Looks like she's fine. She came back okay to me.
That's not exactly what happened.
What do you mean?
I mean, what happened is that she disobeyed a direct order.
Okay, well, we can't let that happen.
About when to enter the field. I completely agree. But there was an ejection into the undercarriage of the Nova. And she's not like us yet. She felt it hard.
Yeah, just like you.
Just like me, exactly. And I'll be able to tell her the entire story at some point. But for now, she just needs to know that she's family. We can help her through it. And I'm glad that she's here. And I'm glad we're hosing the other guy off. What do you want me to say?
Listen, I gave you the rope. You said it was going to be fine. You wanted to bring her downside. It was your call. I was reluctant about it. Now you're reluctant about it?
I'm very reluctant. I
made my peace with it. Now you're the one telling me no?
I position myself sort of in the door frame. I'm sort of like the last little bit of the pressure door. I'm kind of scooching it towards, and I say, God, now I know what a father feels. Now I don't
even think it comes close, Stavrin.
Now I know what a father truly feels. And I look off into the distance. She's basically my daughter now.
And he just shoves you in your room, pushes the button, and the door closes.
No, but it still squeaks at the very end. Yeah. Like it closes fast, and then it goes.
Yeah.
And I can just see him through the slit. He's just sick. Honestly, it went as well as it possibly could have. But no, I mean, that's the best. That's exactly right. Yes, now I'm conflicted about it. Correct. But also she was showing her ass. I mean, that's part of it. That's part of it. You know what I mean? It's like, Savern didn't want the military life either. The only thing that made piloting these things something that he could realistically do and appreciate was that it occurred in a familial context. Like that's the only thing. And obviously that develops in military organizations, but for Stavrin there had to be some blood in there somewhere at the baseline. But yeah, I mean, I think it's time I should probably just go check the rest of my mails.
Yeah. And as you do so, you see...
Because we've been busy. I probably should have been checking this more often.
Yeah, you see an encoded message on your private line.
From Troon?
From Etta Troon, yeah.
Incredible. I got to go talk to these bots. I can't do these codes.
And what you can find out is that the message that has been sent, it says, highly important intel could deter Combine invasion.
Jesus.
May need to deliver briefing in person.
Really?
We'll send coordinates.
I was just going to say, I mean, we're on our way out.
Yeah.
I mean, we would be even closer if we hadn't had the issue with the engine. With Rashawn's work on the engine. But no, I say look forward to it. BR out. I'm going to try that. And I'm going to try sending off mails with BR out. Oh, no. Looking forward to it. BR actual. I'm just going to try different ones, and I'm going to see which ones get the best response.
Okay.
Question mark? So there's nothing, there's no new ciphers or anything?
No, there's it literally just says that you now have, there's more intelligence that has arisen from Etta, and instructing you that it will probably have to be delivered in person due to the sensitive nature of it.
Incredible. I can't wait. I can't wait at all. I'm very excited to meet this contact, and also, to the extent it's possible, head off an actual invasion force.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a pretty big, that's a heavy mission for our very small organization.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big one for sure. It takes a little while. Stavrin has not repaired the door. I can't emphasize this enough. Whatever he put in there was not a cleaner. It has to manually be opened and closed now. It's not a door anymore. This is like the type of upmarket barn door Chip and Joanna Gaines might install in a farmhouse kitchen.
Do you have different quarters than everybody else?
Mine are nicer.
Okay.
Yeah, they're way better. Yours are not good, but
At least our doors work.
It's just slightly larger, is all it is. But I mean, it's still pretty nautical.
It's like commander's quarters.
Yeah. It's still very, very nautical. I think I have a desk. So that's how you know I'm royalty on the Calypso. But so I'm gonna head out after some strenuous door-related labor. I'm gonna head back out to the hangar, and I am going to spend a chip to make something happen.
Okay.
And that is that. I mean, there's obviously there's. I mean, at this point, my guess is that the worst part of this labor is done. Other little bots are probably,
everything is back
pushing.
to normal.
Yes, other bots they're pushing and mopping the water, and they're like mopping it like right out of the ship.
Yeah.
And
puddles.
Yeah,
out of
exactly.
the
Like
bay.
they're sort of like swarming and working on it, but they're also they're also a like another cadre separate that are essentially like tending. I mean, it looks like caretaking, like more than repair.
Okay.
It looks like these other bots are engaged in something like reverence to the robot, which has historically been called the motherfucker. But like repairs are being made, and they're being lavished. Like they're essentially, it's like when you see like pilot fish or something like attached to a shark.
Yeah.
Mora.
Yeah, these creatures, like these little bots, are hiving
Okay.
over its superstructure,
Okay.
making repairs, and when their labors are done, and they've like skittered away around the dome, like at the base of the dome that is at the top of this semi-conscious gun-faced monster, is a sequence of what looks to be almost like barcode
Okay.
of different widths and lengths with strange curly cues at different edges that have been sort of graven into the upper edge, and then one portion of it is in the type of English you would see there in the rest of the Calypso, and just in all capital letters it says Oberon.
Okay.
And they have named it Oberon, or it has named itself Oberon. It's not clear. But there is a pecking order in this. There is a pecking order inside this bay, and it is headed by Oberon, King of the Fairies.
What you also notice on Oberon now, or this being,
This creature.
is that the turret itself has been sharpened, and you can see a bore inside of the barrel
Like
of
the
the
pigs?
turret. No, like a bore. Inside of a rifle. You
Oh, it's
bore
rifled
out-
inside.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So there's been some extra work. Oh, it's been upgraded.
Yeah.
Oh, is that why you were looking up rules?
I don't know what you're talking about. I know everything.
Dude, I
off the
got
top
so
of my head.
excited. I'm like, rules, you say?
So you can see that it now has a higher firing power.
Oh yeah, it's come back, and it's been draped in its
Yeah.
raiment by its little fairies, its little acolytes.
But this will now be a sniper instead of a thumper.
Oh, it's more of a precise
You'll
More
get,
of a precise weapon.
yep, you'll get 2 points of damage instead of 1,
Christ.
and it hits on 8 though.
Okay, so they have made some. So one of the other things they've done is they've crawled around on this thing, and it is basically full. In my conception, after the work has been done, it basically folds itself into like something that would be easy to put on a lift.
Okay.
Or something like that. Like it's folded itself into something that would be easy to ship and transport. And I'm very because we did not design it 100%.
No.
A lot of times they had like thumbed the scale in certain aspects of it, and I'm wondering if this is a good design. Like Stavron's starting to think about the merchandise potential. He's starting to think about it's like, you know, maybe what I need is greater exposure to the military-industrial complex, like we all think.
I think there was a next gen episode about this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is. It's like there's only one.
There's only one data.
Yeah. No, there's only one law, and then everything's criminal. And then if you do anything, if you don't put a soda into the right thing, you die. That's the next generation. But there's like 45 more minutes of stuff.
Yeah, we all know how Jerry feels about the Prime Directive now.
Yeah. But it's. But Stavron will just run his hand along these like very fine, thin grooves, and try to figure out what it means in their tongue. essentially. But I'll just pat where it says Oberon.
Okay.
And then I'll just whisper into the dome, say, okay, I get it. I won't call you the other thing.
Do you have anything like computing or any linguistics?
I literally have computing, yeah.
You want to make me a computing roll?
Yeah. Computers is not bad for me, actually. All right, you ready for this?
Except when you're trying to fly the ship.
Well, yeah, if I try to fly the ship, then I'm in the shitter.
9.
Oh! The crit!
Okay.
Crit!
So you actually, as you're running your fingers over that lettering, you immediately know what it is.
Oh, wow. That's incredible. So it's a much longer version of Oberon.
Okay.
Like, it's Oberon with like a weirdly almost medieval heraldic, and it's like a catalog of its successes and the things that it's destroyed.
It's telling its tale?
Yeah,
Like,
it is like the history of this.
It's inside of Custodes armor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's the history of what it's accomplished up to this point. And it starts at the word Oberon, and then it goes into the details. And it's like the way that it speaks about its birth is like coming from the stars. And it's like
It's very
God complex.
Arabic, flowery.
Yes. Like it's like God complex tier stuff. And then I just give it another couple more pats, and then I'm just gonna leave.
and it like looks you see the barrel go up and down, and it kind of turns around to its audience of other little nanites, right? And starts holding court.
Oh God. Okay, no.
Starting to get creep
No,
show.
I don't like it anymore. I liked it before. I liked it before. Now I like it less. So now because there are no contracts that need to be written. Now it's time to go to the Atlas Bar, and see what type of sludge we have left after the couple nights we've been here. Because this place has worked through our supply. We're gonna have to get some sorghum on the boil fast.
Yeah. And as you're walking across the bay to the bar, you just hear a loud stamping outside of the bay as a mech is making its way to the Calypso.
Oh.
But is outside, and you just hear over the a megaphone.
The external speaker.
Yeah, Stavron. Hey, Stavron.
Oh no.
And you can hear Kenji's
This
voice.
fucking guy. Oh God. All right.
You know
now,
who would be really great at tab signing?
Yeah. Honestly, this is why we call the episode Kenji Do. Now, am I correct in assuming that he actually emerged factory fresh?
Yeah,
Like,
not a
just
single
single-
scrap.
Nothing
Happened.
just gleaming.
How many kills?
3?
Three at minimum.
No, he beasted this place. So I'm gonna take my time. I'm halfway across the thing. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get 2 glasses.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna bring the 2 glasses out to the doorway.
Okay. And as you step out of the bay, you just see Kenji open up the cockpit, and with grace and ease, he like parkours it down.
Just slides down.
His gargoyle.
Oh yeah, because he's got a real monster
Yeah.
of a mech. I can't
And-
believe that thing has TMM2. Looking at the rest of its sheet, like it's such a monster.
Yeah. And he basically he almost superhero
Yeah, oh,
knee
yeah,
drops
it's a lot.
to the thing. It's excessive.
Yeah, but he's earned it. If anybody's earned it after that shit.
And then he just slowly walks up to you, slaps you on the arm, says, "Better than I thought, kid. I still beat you, though."
Well, I say, to the victor go the spoils. And I hand him the glass and I say, you have been fighting them for a long time, though, and they kept coming back. I don't think they're coming back this time. Something changed. I don't know. Something was different about this one.
Don't push it, kid.
I don't know. I'm looking around at the Calypso and the mechs that are behind me. I'm
How
like,
many did you take out?
there's something we don't have to go into that. You have to understand, this is what I explained during the conflict. War is largely a logistical affair. And maybe the person who is the best at operating a spreadsheet is really the true hero. Something to think about.
And he just downs his drink.
Yeah, and I say, you know, we have more.
Yeah, I'll take another.
I said, bring him in.
Okay.
Like bring him in, bring him in and like show him around. I mean, I'll come back through. I'll show him my old pouncer. Like I'll show him the claim jumper.
Well, you did a number on this one, didn't you? Huh?
Yeah, we have not prior. This is cold storage. We have not prioritized repairing this. This is just an old. This is an old war horse. It'd be like if I showed you my tricycle from when I was 3. Like this is the starter, and I learned a lot from it. But this is not where I'm at now. And I say obviously you've met the rascal, and I cheers the rascal with my glass. Rascal, I say Samira. I just introduced them like we're at a party, and these are like old friends that are several stories tall.
After you say Samira, you hear from behind one of the rocket pods, "Hi, Mr. Kenji!"
And he's like, "Oh, is that the kid?
It is the kid.
How you doing, kid? Great fighting. You did better than Stavron."
Hey, don't answer that.
Thank you.
Nope.
It was really fun fighting by your side.
You too.
I say you might have. I mean, I don't know what kind of signals you guys are getting out here. I mean, you might have actually heard about him. I don't know if you're familiar with the. It's a feeder league. I mean, it's not Solaris, but I mean, Chagos games. I mean, you might have heard about an up and comer. This is that kid.
Yeah, I know. My son has his picture on.
Okay, well, see, this is what we're talking about. And I say I'm prepared to sell you a lot of Rashawn merchandise, a lot, and I have a lot. I'm losing my pants on these things. You got to come get some of this. And it's a joke. I just slap him on the back. I mean, so we've gone through all the rest of it. I think that we have one or two. I think we have like one extra bay. Yeah, the Calypso is not a big ship.
No, you can fit 6 mechs total.
Yeah.
But there are only 4 bays.
Active.
Exit bays. That can. So the other 2 mechs would have to come, walk through and out.
Oh, absolutely. And so I'm going to lead him back to the actual Atlas head, which I think he'll probably think is. I mean, it's pretty dope.
Yeah. It's like, wow.
Oh, this
is a novelty.
This old thing. Yeah. I'll tap one of the stools out front, head behind the bar, and try to find some keg that isn't blown yet.
Yeah.
It's gonna be cloudy. I mean, whatever I pull out is gonna be thick and rich.
You find a keg of Atlas chugged.
Oh,
that
perfect.
is, but it hasn't fully fermented yet.
It's young.
So it's still young. It's still a little green.
Needs must. So I'll hook that one up back through there. Pull in one of those. I mean, that first one is I'll keep that one because that's going to be half foam, and then I'll grab another glass. Cause I'll just grab the one that he emptied, fill that up, and set it over there.
He drinks. He's like,
yeah, it's
great stuff. Stavron.
It has a unique tang.
Yeah.
This is what I keep telling people. I try to make it seem like a selling point. That it's sort of an acquired taste, but some people just like things that taste good already. Which, I mean, that's for cowards. It's for cowards.
So you're not going to offer the kid a beer? He did more work on that battlefield than
Which
you.
one? He doesn't like it. Oh. Listen, I would give it to him.
Okay.
He doesn't like the taste. He recoils as though from a spider.
Well, I'm not going to force it on him.
No, absolutely not. Now, that one, and I point at Zizi, it's like, we've had to have the talk.
Oh, she's too young, man.
This is what I said. But she was running around in your town. Nobody's carding, I guess.
Well, who brought the beer?
Somebody, I don't know. They might have left. I don't know. Keep an eye out for them.
Jesus, you have a kid fighting for you, then drinking on your wife. What is going on? I came
family fighting for me.
I came here because I was thoroughly impressed with what you were able to accomplish and help.
Well, I mean, this is I'm hoping they don't come back. They're gonna have to build up a force like that again. It's gonna take them a minute, but
I don't think they've got it in them. And if they do, they're not coming back here.
no. I think that we've reached the point where they're probably looking for easier pickings, right?
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, as the commander of Black Remnant, I'm prepared to offer a long-term support contract. And their rates, I think you'll be impressed with their rates.
So you would be a protectorate of this town, is what you're saying?
No, this is all a joke. I think that if somebody else comes back here and they hear that you're around, they will turn around and they will go someplace else. I see it doesn't have a scratch on it, Kenji.
Mm-hmm.
Now I wanna maintain a rivalry with you, but I think that you're better at it.
Well,
I
didn't say
think
those
that you're
words, but
better
if,
at it. I said, where did you develop this? How did you become Kenji? Is there
does anyone become Kenji?
Is there a video? I'm telling you, I want to know. Is there a video series? Is there something I can pull up? Do you have a regimen?
Actually, it's 12
Hang on. I get a notepad out from underneath the thing. 12. Okay, 12. What?
It's a 12 VidCon series.
VidCon. Okay.
You can easily purchase for 129 C-bills or 4 easy installments of $24.99.
The question I think is, can you afford not to buy it? In my line of work, it's incredible. Is it actually real? Is there? No, and so I have my slate back there. I'm pulling up. I'm like, I don't actually see that anywhere. Is that?
No, it's not real.
No, it should be called Kenji Do. And I say, yeah, I don't. I think this place is going to be all right. The question is, where does somebody like you go after this?
Well, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that. I have nowhere else to go at the moment. No crew to run with. I'd be willing to provide my services to you.
I was just trying to provide my services to you. This is the opposite. This is whatever you call the opposite of a sale.
Listen,
Is this buying something?
I don't need pay. I just need a ride, food, repairs.
Wait a second. I'm just going to take a drink from the tangy Atlas chug. There's a little silt beginning to form at the bottom. You don't... And I just look out at the mechs in the bay, and I look out at Oberon.
And Oberon's just like the turrets up and down.
Okay,
like,
yeah,
still
it's like
preaching.
swaying rhythmically. No, I just guard my sight from it. What are you doing? Don't put this in here. God damn it! Here's the coin, you monster.
So Roshan's a little starstruck because
Kenji?
Why wouldn't
It's
he be?
incredible.
Like, if this is Roshan's life, then any sort of savant that he comes across, this is just another person to learn from.
Well, it must,
and to get
but it
better.
must have been shocking,
Yes,
right?
it was absolutely shocking. Like he took no hits,
No.
0.
Yeah.
So
Perfect.
While Roshan has been working, he's been sort of eyeing.
It's
What's
like
been happening
listening
at the bar.
Imagine everything that we say
Yeah.
is perfectly audible over here.
Yes.
Right? Just the shape of this thing, the metal, it's like you're there, basically.
But
Yeah, it's like having the Chihuly glass that
yes.
transmits.
He keeps noticing the faces that they keep making after they take a drink.
Yeah.
So Roshan as hops down, or he scrambles a little bit in the cockpit of Samira, and then he hops down from the ladder and very, in a Roshan manner, approaches the bar. So just completely non-suave, there's a small trip on the way there,
It's rough.
and
It's a rough entrance.
he gets up to Stavrin and Kenji, and he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a small flask. A small flask of high-grade liquor that everyone had. That he got it from the team that he ran with in the Solaris games.
Oh wow. Okay.
And he doesn't like to drink.
No.
So
But
it
he still has it.
because that's what they did after a victory. So
So he's been pretending to drink from this for a while.
well, not even that. He
Yeah.
just knows that it's there.
Yeah.
And that this is a special enough occasion because of the person
Yeah.
that you're seated with is
Yeah.
so talented. This is Roshan's really socially inept way of trying to be involved with
Yeah.
this person.
Yeah.
Well, here what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna offer my services as social lubricator.
But Roshan basically asks if we could share a drink.
Yeah, Mr. Cole. I didn't know it was like this. I'll reach under. I'll just, one shot glass in each finger. Set it up on the bar. What are we pouring? You've been holding out on us.
I don't know, but it's supposed to be good.
He doesn't. Okay, I say, hey, fair enough. And then I'll put the 3 out.
So I'll just
In front of you.
pour
Okay.
like basically shots, essentially.
Yeah. What you might call a shot.
Yes. And he finishes pouring and he spills a little because it's Roshan.
Rag, bam, no problem. Just
Twist the cap back on to the flask and grabs the center glass
yeah. I mean, I'll grab mine, put it right in.
And you see Kenji
says-
take one.
to the commander and to Kenji.
Clink.
To Roshan. And then up from Kenji.
And then
And everyone.
drinks. And it's as if someone drank a shot for the first time.
Yeah. It's like he's being shot.
Yes. He starts coughing and he says, he starts coughing, he says, thank you, and he walks back to Samira to
Just
get back to
stumbles
work.
back.
Yeah.
Hey, if you ever need any pointers, kid, I'm here for you.
He just thank you.
Yeah. Well, I say, look, I'd hate to take you from here if I thought it meant that this place was going to get overrun.
I think Mitsuki and the rest will come back when needed. That was what we did this time. And the time before.
Oh, so he's not.
No, they come back.
They come back.
They come
when
back.
there's something.
They come back for their
They come
problems.
back home.
And I say, did you ever get a sense of where they were taking everything they stole?
No. We never got enough chance to
Well, yeah, it's been survival.
interrogate
It's
them.
been survival up to this point. I say, that might be something we can look into. Because there's a lot of it, and it's yours. It's not for them. They don't deserve it. Well, that was my main concern, Kenji. If what you're trying to tell me is that you're willing to offer your services as a top flight mech warrior,
Murder machine.
with their own, who joins the company with their own equipment and is willing to teach our younger pilots, I think I'd be crazy. I think I'd be crazy to say no. What's the catch?
I get to leave and go on my own.
You can't tell me when I have to stay and when I...
Deal. Yes.
Okay.
I'll just get a napkin
Yeah.
from behind the bar, and I'll sign my name on the napkin.
No, it'll be on your fucking
Yeah,
hand.
exactly.
On my body.
Just push it over. And I say, but I gotta warn you, between you, me, and the fence post, I think we might be getting into something.
I'm sure I'm going to be getting into a lot with you. I've already seen enough.
No, it's worse than that. I like a joke, Kenji, but I'm starting to feel like a piece on a board. And I'm starting to get the sense that I'm not the one moving it. I think not mercenary work, not the comings and goings of merc companies and small raids. I think we're starting to get enveloped into a traditional multi-front conflict. Someone's trying to do it anyway.
Okay.
So don't leave in the middle of that.
Can't make any promises.
Well, give me some time to think about it.
Yes.
No, we thought Roshan left. We thought Roshan left. But he comes up behind. He pulls up. Torque.
No, but when you do say, give me some time to think about it, you do hear a crash.
All right. Yeah. I gotta push pause on that just for a second. I mean, obviously that ultimately the answer is yes. I mean, he won't have time to get away. By the things are coming to a head, he won't really have an opportunity to escape. It won't be safe. This is Stavron's. Stavron is going through all the calculations.
From here on out, we'll just constantly be in space. Never touching down.
Never land. Never
He'll be
land.
physically incapable of leaving.
He'll try to get out and be like, door's stuck. Sorry, big mech door. All four of the mech doors. They're messed up. We need a piston. We need an actuator. So we're gonna go to actuator world and get them. So I'm thinking through all these angles. I'm picturing the Calypso traveling through, finishing the rest of our journey out to, this, by the time we get there, it might be the front.
So do we need to give, you are...
Yeah, I'm just thinking through it.
Mm-hmm.
And so Stavron's calculation is that if Kenji is ready to sign, we're going to sign. But
I think at minimum you should ask him to give you a warning that he's going to leave and not just disappear.
Yeah. And it's just,
also he has a kid. Like, how's that going to work?
Does he have a kid? Here in the...
Yeah, he said that Jacob is his kid.
Oh, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. And I say, well, I was looking at Chico's notes. I say, what about Jacob? Is this a life for him? Does he live here?
No, he'll be fine. He knows I come and go.
Wow. Dude, he's like a Ronin or something, right? Okay, yeah. I say, I mean, I think I agree with these very generous terms. Don't disappear in the middle of the night.
Well,
You know what I
I think
mean?
you'd hear me leaving.
Well, I say I look out outside the doorway to say that she is a big girl. I mean, so I'm going to hear about it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'll shake right over the bar.
Okay.
I say, welcome aboard.
And you
Welcome aboard the Calypso.
actually just see his gargoyle start to move on its own.
and make its way into the bay.
What? Why?
You don't have one of these installed?
What? I don't even know what it is.
Oh, it's the remote access. Come on, man.
What? And it just what? And it what? Can it fight for you too? Did it do the fighting itself?
No.
Were you asleep?
No. You want my help?
A lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I need it. But I also need to know where you got the beep beep.
It shows you a remote.
I reach out for it.
Oh, what are you throwing?
No, I mean just I just want to see it.
Yeah, he hands it over to you.
Okay, I'm gonna do some stuff on it.
And as that happens, the gargoyle smashes its right arm into the side bay of the mech entrance. And you just see a carve out of metal.
All right, I give it back. I
Listen,
see.
it doesn't have a wide range. I can drive it like 5 feet.
I give it to him. I say I can't be trusted with it.
Yeah, I know.
I see now that it's a huge issue, and I call out to ZZ and I say, Kenji ruined the Calypso.
What?
Yeah, I need this fixed. Also, Kenji's part of the Calypso crew now.
What?
Yeah, a lot's happened. A lot's happened in the last 10 minutes. Good things happen when I drink.
You let him ruin the ship and join at the same time?
Yeah. It's like it's like hazing. It's like a reverse hazing. I guess you haven't
He's
heard
hazing
about it.
us
I don't. Yeah, I think so.
to get a spot. What?
That's how it feels. Honestly, I feel disrespected, but he's really good at it. He drives it so good.
It's a new imprint.
I guess not.
Well, no, that's the remote. Listen,
The what?
Apparently, it's a thing. But this is fucked up, and he fucked it up, not me. That's the takeaway, and it's got to be fixed, unfortunately.
It's like one thing after another.
I go out to Oberon and the rest of his little beasts, and they're in the middle of some cyber hymn, and it's like, all right. I clap. All right, let's a good church. Let's there's a lot going on. There's a lot of dust.
Need to register a new imprint.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. First things first, I'm the realist. I'll definitely register this new imprint with Oberon. Hopefully Oberon's still accepting imprints. Make sure that he doesn't annihilate Kenji or any of his devices. But I say...
I mean, free gargoyle.
Yeah, exactly. Bonus gargoyle. And I point up to the new damage and I say, Kenji did this. He's wild. He's like the wind. He's untamable.
And you see Oberon just shake his turret back and forth.
No, it really happened.
And then
You weren't looking that way.
And then he turns around to his masses and starts shaking, and
All right.
squeaking.
I'll join in. I'll clap and put my little actuators up.
That seems like a really bad idea.
Yeah.
And then everyone looks, all the other bots just look up at you and don't move and just stare while you're doing it.
I say this is the fixing the door dance. This is a good dance, and we should all be doing it. And then I'm gonna leave.
Sermon of the door.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Door repair.
huge problem. So, but yeah. So I'm basically I'm just gonna do a quick walk around I'm just gonna walk around the town. Like this is like I'm gonna stretch my legs before we basically have a chance to fix the Calypso and get off world.
As you're walking around, you see Mitsuki, and he comes up to you and says, "Thank you for everything you've done. We have the drive being transported to your ship, as we agreed.
Absolutely.
We couldn't ask anything more of you."
Well, and I wouldn't. I wouldn't ask for anything else on this side. I say, when my dad was running this, he tried to balance the jobs that he took between jobs that were jobs and jobs that were more like this, jobs that were about people.
Well, I mean, you did need something.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Oh, I'm saying not anything else. I mean, above
you're
and
saying-
beyond the deal, I think that I think that our business is largely concluded.
Absolutely.
But I'm gonna give him whatever he needs to contact me
yeah, absolutely.
in the future, just in case.
You always have our help.
Yeah, and I say I want to apologize in advance, but I might be borrowing your Kenji
Makes no difference to me. He
for a
can do
little
what he
while.
wants.
Well, I mean, I agree that he can do what he wants. I'm not sure anybody could stop him. I just want to make sure that you understand it's happening.
It's not part of my crew.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, we all come back.
Yeah, he probably does his own thing. He said,
Mitsuki's gonna leave soon anyway.
yeah.
He's like,
Yeah, true, true. But I say that the work doesn't have to be here. Anytime your crew needs help, let's say there's a job you don't think you can take solo. I got a couple mechs,
Yeah, seems like it.
1 or 2. Yeah, and I'll just. I mean, that seems like it's been resolved to me. I'm just gonna walk around the edge of the facility, look over. I mean, just look because a lot of the facility itself took a bunch of shots in this, in that fight.
some from us.
Yeah, the place has probably looked better, and so I'm going to. And I'm going to look out where it's we actually, chained up the Calypso and dragged it here with mechs. I can see this trench coming up. I'm just cataloging everything that's happened the last few days.
Yeah.
I can see, the large scale, the large bore elevator where the people in the town hit the button and then got underground when these metal monsters came into the town. You're just sort of cataloging everything that happened.
And you see all the towns, all the villagers are starting the repair process, and everyone's kind of banding together.
Yeah, it's the awesome Secret of Ronin-ish or Seven Samurai repair retrenchment type scene.
But you do get a communique over the comms from Burnout.
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
And he says, kid, you might want to get back to the ship real quick. You got a call coming in.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'll head back. I'm thinking here in a little bit, especially since they're starting to repair the big things. I think I might actually come out and help with the mine isn't the gargoyle, it's the mongrel. I might come out and help use the mechs construction, do the opposite of their intended purpose, but I can hold a beam.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so I'll get back in and just basically go in the closest one to the stairways. Come in basically avoid the hold. There's just too much shit going on in there. Up the stairs, and then I push my door open hard. And then I get in, and then it tries to close too fast. And I just leave it partway open.
Yeah.
And then I'll sit down, wipe the screen with the edge of my sleeve, and then pull it up. Is it incoming right now? Okay.
Yeah, the holovid turns on, and you see your Uncle Logan. He says, hey, kiddo, how's it been? I haven't seen a payment in a while.
Payment like money?
Yeah.
Oh.
We had an agreement, didn't we?
I think so. It's been a long time. I think I'm losing it, Uncle Logan.
You're what?
I think I'm losing it.
The hell do you mean you're losing it?
Just cognitively. I think I'm falling apart. So if we made deals or something, just expect that I'm going to forget large portions of them, especially if they're connected to me having to do something for you.
You want to eventually run this company, and you cannot pay me and keep track of the deals that or the money and income that you've taken in?
That's So I got about half of that. About half of those words made sense, and then a bunch of the other ones, they were weird. It sounded like a trombone.
What in the hell is going on with you, kid?
I got into drugs, Uncle Logan.
What?
I'm hopped up.
Space drugs.
I'm hopped up on space drugs. I'm goofed up. I'm goofed up on these goofballs.
Okay, roll me any acting. I think you have acting.
Yeah, I have acting.
Yeah,
Of course I do.
Oh shit.
6, 7, 8, 9.
What kind of drugs you getting into?
Flubers.
Flubers? What is a fluber?
They're so expensive, Uncle Logan. One fluber is like 1,000,000 C-bills.
Kid, how?
I'm into Jimmy Swix. About 20 billion bills.
And what are you? Okay.
I don't understand why they're
Is that
called
why you're?
bills.
Is that why you're?
Bills are what ducks have. Like that's the thing that doesn't make sense to me.
So wait, is all
Bills-
this drug use? Is that why you're sending me these weird
I'm-
messages about Caleb and how he?
I'm snorting all the money I'm supposed to send you.
I'm snorting duck bills.
I'm getting flubed every day.
How long can you
okay.
keep this up?
Not very much longer.
And he looks at you, he's like, so the Caleb stuff isn't real.
I'm gonna while he's doing this, just in this separate window, I'm gonna send him his payment.
Okay.
I mean, I'm finally gonna actually like send him his payment. We have the money to do it, so I'll go ahead and send him the payment.
Okay.
And I'll say, you're not gonna believe me, Uncle Logan, but I'm flubing right now. Yeah. Space drugs.
Put yourself together, soldier.
No, check your balance. You're fine. No, I'm not doing any of that stuff. I got a piece of information that didn't make any sense to me, and I wanted to talk to you about it because you would know.
Okay.
I'm going to go over and try to finish closing the door. I say, hang on, things are going great here. And I really try to get it closed because this is a private conversation. And I say, I paid you. We're fine. I'm not on.
Yeah,
I
I've got it.
I don't think those are real. I don't think that's a real type of drug. Also, I can't get high. I've done a lot of drugs, and they never work on me, and I never get hooked, so it's safe. I say,
I'm just trying to get normal.
yeah, exactly. I'm just trying to get up to the regular level. So I say, this is, I don't like. I don't want to talk to you about this. It's crazy that it's crazy that we would even be having this conversation. It's so crazy. I don't really believe it. But I have to ask because information has come to me about something impossible, and I just want you to confirm for me that it's impossible.
Okay.
And I'm just going to play the audio just right in our conversation.
And that was the audio of Caleb saying he will make sure that your father never makes it back from the mission.
Right.
But you couldn't hear the scrambled voice on the other end.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And I'm just going to say, do you know anything about this?
There's no way this is true. This has to be doctored, not Caleb.
There's another voice here. I haven't had any ability. I haven't tried to isolate the garbled voice,
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Logan, but you need to understand that I have the ability to do it.
Great.
Am I going to find anything? Am I going to find something that I don't like?
Probably whoever killed your father, or sent him to be killed.
How well do we know Caleb?
We've worked with him forever. He's
I know.
fine. What, you don't
Hey,
tr-
listen, our first job was for Caleb. You have to understand, I'm asking you this stuff so that you can give me the real answer.
Yeah, you don't trust me?
I don't, actually.
And actually, at that moment when you say you don't,
No, I don't. I'm saying that this is from Stavron's perspective.
Oh.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
I would like to try to figure out. I would like to try to get a read on him putting this information out. I want to try to get a sense of Logan's like psychological response to this.
Mm-hmm.
Like looking for a micro expression.
Yes, exactly. Something little twist like in the hollow, right?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out negotiation. I mean, I'm not sure any of the skills are correct. They're not going to give me any extra help.
Then you can either use charisma or
Well, luckily-
your intelligence.
Yeah, I'll use charisma because
Yeah.
I put extra money into it.
Okay.
Right, so here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8.
8. Okay. So what happens is you see Logan look at you. He's like, "Listen, kid, trust me." And he kind of winks at you.
Yeah, it's just
And-
like a little.
But that triggers in your mind a memory back on the
The Odysseus?
Odysseus.
The big ship.
And you were kind of walking down the corridors of the ship, and you stumbled into your mother, Hannah, and Stavros getting into an argument.
Oh, like in their quarters? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And all you hear is your mother saying, "I don't trust him." And Stavros is like, "He's my brother." Oh no.
Oh, no.
And Hannah retorts with, "I don't feel safe here."
Jesus. What?
And then you see Logan come walking down the hall, and he looks at you and he gives you that same wink. He says, and you see him walk in and start talking to your parents, and the memory fades.
Yeah, I think Stavron is stunned. Like, the purpose of the call was actually to verify that it was nonsense. And now, now I don't actually know what it is. I say, Uncle Logan, I am my mother's son.
And your
And
father's.
today she's here with me. And we're watching you together. And I need you to understand something deep down. I'm smarter than you. And it's just a matter of time until I find out absolutely everything.
Yeah, about what? How I'm helping out your company? Helping you out while you make your way and get some experience under your belt so that the rest of the command will, respond to orders you give them?
I think I might be done with the 88.
No,
I think
no.
I
You're
think
not-
you can have it.
What?
I think you can have it.
No.
And there's going to come a time where I make an offer for what's left of it. And it's not going to be much.
Kid, I said I'd keep. I told your father.
You're having a hard time talking, old man. Sounds cognitive. Sounds cognitive. You feeling okay? You staying hydrated?
What, you think you're ready to take over? Because I'm not going to allow it just yet.
I can see it from here, yeah.
No, you don't get this yet.
God, I love this guy. He's so great.
And you can't just walk away from all these men and women and anybody underneath your father's old command. You're just going to walk away from them all?
No. When I'm ready, they'll come to me. They'll know. They'll know which Otho to trust.
And he just shakes his head and the comm goes dead.
And that's fucking awesome. That's so good. I loved space opera, fucking robot RPG. This is the most fun I have had sober.
Space ayahuasca making you have visions of the past.
Dude, Flumers. I'm hopped up. I'm hopped up. All right.
And
I'm like shaking.
yeah.
Like at the console. And just like absent-mindedly just like taking it down, like arranging the keyboard, moving this pointing device, like adjusting the monitor, like just trying to bring order to a very small part of reality, like wiping a couple smudges from the monitor, like looking at my face, which is my dad's face, in this monitor, which he was at. I got to get out of here. Like I get out of here right away, and I'm gonna get into the mongrel. I'm not gonna talk to anybody. I'm just gonna get into the mongrel and get out.
Roshan, you see Stavron just walk through the bay as you're cleaning the Nova off and getting repainting it, and you see him climb right back into his cockpit and just close the cockpit door. But the mech doesn't turn on. It doesn't do anything.
Okay.
Because there's some scaffold we have to remove.
Yeah, yeah.
We're in the middle of repairing.
Pull it.
So.
I'll go to the external. Yeah. I'll go to the external speaker and say, "Rashawn, get this shit off. Get this shit off of here."
Scurries over and pulls the ladders away and all that stuff.
Thank you, Mr. Cole. And I was wheel out, walk around these other mechs, get out. Or I'm one of the four, so I can just probably pop right out. And then I'm just gonna go out. I have to do something else. Like I have to help someone succeed. I have to take on a project that I can accomplish right now. So I'm gonna go out like for the reconstruction efforts and move pallets, hold things up while they're being welded.
Yep.
I'm basically just going to try to help them. I'm going to use this gigantic machine to help them, basically to help them, return to a normal town.
Yeah. And as you're doing so, over the comms, you hear Burnout reach out. He says, Commander.
Yeah.
Okay, Captain.
Yeah. Okay. Now you're pissing me off. What do you want?
Well, what are we doing next? We've been trying to get to Federated Sun territories. Like, I need to plot a course while you're doing your thing out there.
Is the jump in?
No, I need to know where we're going.
You're driving.
All right. Well, we got two options. Where do you want to go? Old Kentucky or Campertown?
But which one do we like? I've never even heard of these places.
Oh boy. All right. Well, we can.
And I'm like holding up this like gigantic beam, and he's telling me about Old Kentucky. I'm like, okay, which one of these? Like I say, which one has better barbecue? Like, you know what I mean? Like, which one are we gonna? Which one? I need hush puppies.
I want some cheese on bread and a rack of ribs. Well, he says, well, we got two options. Campertown's going to be more of a hideout if we want to lay low. Old Kentucky, we can restock, refill, shop, take care of anything we need to on the Calypso. It's a little more populated.
That's the second one?
Yeah, Old Kentucky.
Okay. Yep. I say if we don't know what's going to happen next, I have a bad feeling. I have a bad feeling we're flying this ship into the lion's mouth. I see an opportunity to restock on the way in, to be full up on the way into this is probably the only smart move.
Mm-hmm.
I say punch it in.
All right. It's going to be a long jump, but we'll get there.
I know. I trust you to do it. Hey. Did my mother ever talk to you about Logan? I don't like that.
Not so much, but...
Not so much? That sounds like yes.
What do you want me to say, kid?
I want you to tell me the truth.
She didn't trust him for a minute.
That's all I needed. Punch it in. I'm going to be gone for a bit.
How long's a bit?
We gotta go.
We gotta go, man.
I'm doing stuff, and I turn it off. So, I mean, basically, this is like the big version of what I was doing in the ship. I just take as much time as I can. I make sure that, I mean, it's like if I see somebody like trying to cross a street, I'm like helping them across.
You're lifting them?
Yeah, exactly. I take them and I put them on the other side of the street.
Gotta see some piloting rolls for that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very fine. At least this one has. At least that one has fists.
The death of these civilians
Yeah.
is not over yet.
No, it'll never be over. But basically, I'm just going back and I'm cataloging it. It's like just slices of like a look over, like in the mess hall, like a look over dinner that like Stavrin catches. Like even something like really light on the field, like just an odd vector, an odd move, like a weird, like not really playing along with the team, reaching out, doing kind of like a solo, like Logan's sort of like a lone wolf type, not playing for the 88, but glory hog. Like just like information, like as I'm here doing all this stuff, as I'm helping these people out, holding up these buildings, like I'm watching a bad home movie, and it's just like it's whatever the opposite of a greatest hits compilation is. It's just psychological warfare inside the cockpit.
This is the first time this has happened to you.
I think, yeah.
Your first kill was kind of the same.
Yeah, and it's probably, and my guess is that it's probably all related to that. Like it stirred this up, like ZZ stirred this up for me, and now I'm just in it, like I'm under it, putting together all of this information. Ugh.
And
Gross.
Roshan, you hear over the comms from Burnout. Rashawn, can you hop in your mech and go get our illustrious commander? We need to get out of here.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Rashawn is the best. Rashawn is the best.
Oh no, I have to get into Samira and drive her around. What a horrible thing for Rashawn. But before Rashawn hops in, it's clear that the the empty bays have been situated. Storage has been moved to now the last empty bay, so that the Kenji's gargoyle can get settled correctly into a permanent spot. So Roshan hops into Samira and heads out looking for the commander. And approaches. Obviously, there's not a lot of mechs out right now.
Yeah.
So pretty easy to find. And you can see, he sees the mongrel facing one direction, holding a beam the other direction, and you've got a bunch of work crews waiting for him to do something. And over the comm, he's like, Commander, it's time to go.
All right. I'll get this thing set up, make sure that, get it vertical, make sure that the rest of the crews are there in the scaffold to get it placed. And I say, Burnout sent you out here?
Yes, sir.
All right. If a mech can mope.
Every time.
If
There's
a
a Charlie
mech can
Brown
mope.
music. Like in Arrested Development. Christmas time. He's moping.
Yeah, arms down. Trudging back.
Yeah.
Get it locked into my bay. Get down the ladder. Oh, God. But yeah. So I'm gonna spend my. It's just fun. I think that I have been. Like on the bridge, like taking off and landing. I like to be on the bridge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and so it's good to have company up there for him. Like if somebody else, because he's like doing three people worth of flying. Mm-hmm. So and I can fill in kind of like I'm not terrible at it actually.
Yeah, and Kenji and ZZ join you on the bridge.
Oh yeah.
And then you see Roshan walk in, and it's almost like a photo finish.
Oh, that's a great shot,
You
like in
know?
the cockpit.
Yeah, everybody's standing on the bridge as one.
Camera zooms out from the cockpit,
inside.
Yeah.
and then past the blast shield.
Yeah. And
Basically it's like the crew shot, but this is exactly right. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna. I'll put two things in there, so the camera goes crazy. No, but it basically it pulls out, and then it's up and out.
Yep, and then we're off in orbit as you and the rest of the crew are on the bridge, and that's where we'll end for the day.
Oh man!
And then
What a great game!
giant text comes up.
Black Remnant.
End of chapter 1.
Black Remnant. Hey, now, Mr. Benson, do you have any force packs?
I do, but I can run it.
Well, I was going to say, you have that. I mean,
Or wireless.
listen, I can hold the fort down. So, Gathered Throng. It looks like Josh, which is to say the Penny Arcade account, hooked you up there. But yeah, we use, in fact, I mean, I can show you right here. Just the books. I will try not to look at Eric's notes. But here is how we play this game. Whenever combat needs to be resolved, we use the Alpha Strike Commander's Edition, which is basically like the big book version. There's a free version of these rules available in a PDF from Catalyst. So you can mess around with that, or if you're messing around with the Alpha Strike box, which we have repeatedly said on this show is probably the best value in wargaming. It uses a stripped down version of the Alpha Strike rules. And then for resolving role-playing stuff, we utilize the Mechwarrior Destiny RPG system.
And the rules are completely integrated.
Yeah, it's really one system. It's not homebrewed or anything like that. We literally, these systems are designed to hook into each other. So when Kiko made Rashawn is especially dangerous on the field proper because their skills that they built on their Mechwarrior Destiny character sheet translate over into one of the calculations for the target number.
Yeah, and all the rest of my stats that involve being out of a mech cockpit is complete garbage.
Yeah. Rashawn is good at that, and he's designed to be good at that.
Yeah.
Whereas I've got points messed around like in a few different skills. My main thing is Stavron has a decent charisma, so that helps a bunch of his different roles. But also, cool character abilities from the Destiny book, like my Bloodstalker ability that where I can choose a target in the game, like in the battle part of the game, and get extra benefits against that target. Like these systems go hand in glove. Anyway, so you snatched us. Oh God, are these the ones for today? God. Like, do you see that fucking king crab? That's what I need.
All right, so which one's for YouTube and which one is for Twitch?
That's for you to pick.
Here, let's choose. So
All right.
we got the comms.
Nope, is that wrong?
Oh, it's random.
Random?
Okay.
Oh. Well, I was just going to say, oh my gosh, what a monster. So the Clan Heavy Star has a Stone Rhino, Supernova, Marauder, 2C, Warhammer 2C, and the Hunchback. God, the Hunch. That Hunch is so handsome.
So that's a box full of heavy mechs. for the
Yes,
most
yeah,
part.
this is a monster.
This is a Battletech Comstar Command Level 2 box.
Yeah.
So we've got a good mix of heavies and mediums and lights.
No, and this is the thing. Like you should know. So these giveaway boxes, like these are actually like literally the ones that we want.
Yes.
Like,
you are
these are
taking
the-
this from our hands.
Like these are
And
the
our
ones,
painting table.
Exactly. Like these are the ones that we really wanted, and the ones that we're excited about. They asked us which ones we thought were cool, and these are the ones that we thought were cool.
This is the Comstar Command Level 2. It has a King Crab, a Highlander, a Black Knight, an Exterminator, Sentinel, and Mercury. Most importantly, no assembly required. These are ready to go.
Oh no, exactly. You prime and then you're ready to roll. And these things basically paint themselves. Like
Yes,
it is
these
a
are
blast.
the absolute easiest miniatures to paint. As someone who's done a lot of miniature painting, these are super easy to get on the table quickly.
But actually two of these separate ones. Like part of the reason I wanted the level 2 box is because I literally could not decide. So I like the Mongrel that I'm using right now as a command platform because it has TMM3. So anytime I move, I'm increasing the target number of enemies by a significant portion, right? But between that King Crab and the Black Knight, I could not decide. Like for a heavy version of the command platform, I could not decide which one I liked better. But they look so cool. They look really, really cool.
King Crab is pretty awesome looking, I gotta say.
Yes. No. Isn't it nice? Mean looking stuff. Anyway, so these two are ready to go. We will send one. Now, Josh, do you want to activate the device?
So how do they win?
That's very, very easy. Nightbot is going to be watching chat. So just interact in the chat. That will put your name into the drawing. That's all that is required. And then you can snatch one of these two bad boys for your home collection. And keep in mind,
That bronze girl.
what? Bronze? What are you doing?
That bronze girl wants some mechs.
Handsome Hunch? Well, listen, we can teach you how to play this, no problem, dude. So easy. But no, I mean, the King Crab has such an amazing, like, it would look so nice on the camera, right? It's such an imposing...
Yeah, but Jerry can't have it because you will take it.
No, exactly. Like, I know, we requested, like, I know, like, these are the two boxes I put into the list just because I wanted there to be real, like, serious diversity on the actual war table. I wanted to have some of these crazy silhouettes out there.
Yeah.
Right? Because some of them are really, really nuts. Really, really classic looks, some really unique ones from different eras. But I'm super, super excited about it. I think it's going to be a blast. And the best part, like we were saying, hey, we use Alpha Strike for the combat systems. Well, great news for you. These boxes,
You can literally play with just one of those boxes.
yeah, these boxes, they include the stat and data cards,
All the cards you need.
like dry erase coding already on the card.
Yep.
Right? I mean, it's pretty nice.
And it's for both systems, for Mechwarrior and Alpha Strike.
Right.
No, absolutely. So,
Cards for both.
yeah. And if you want, and if you think that your destination is at the Total War level, you wanna graduate up to a little more sophisticated, typically a little smaller scale game, but rendered at a much higher degree of detail. It's all the same mechs.
Yep.
Like, it's a cool thing that you can paint and have, and then there's multiple ways for you to play with them.
Yeah.
Which is good times.
Get them interactions out for a chance to win.
Exactly. But it's so simple. Even a Valorant fan can play. Oh my gosh, dude! Is there some heat?
Also, welcome back, Bronze.
Classic. Yeah. Estwild. When I was down in Oz, there were people playing some classic Battletech, and I saw the old.
they were doing demos of Classic.
Right?
Yeah,
they had that really
and
great.
it was full the entire
Learn
time.
to play
And
area
it wasn't
for war
even
games.
even like Alpha Strike is mega accessible. They weren't demoing Alpha Strike. They were demoing Mechwarrior.
Well,
like
yeah.
the
So,
old school.
So you've got a diagram of the mech, and it's got pips in there.
yeah, and people are having a great time.
And you're taking damage to specific areas. Like, it is a really detailed, I mean, dare I say kinky approach to the classics. Oh, hey, Steel Pot.
Congratulations, Steel Pot.
Steel Pot, you interacted. Great job. Nice work. Oh, thanks, Sauce. For jumping in. A Dark Shadow hooking up Sauce Fire. Incredible. Hey, and so I also have great news. So, Black Remnant is also a show. These episodes get put up onto the YouTube. And those who interact in that context, commenters on those videos, also have a chance to win whatever the other box for that week is. So you genuinely cannot lose. It is good times.
And you could possibly win both boxes.
Honestly, there's a scenario. There's a scenario where the true enthusiast of Black Remnant, has that ready to go. But anyway, like every time, we had a super great time. Very emotionally complex episode of our war game RPG stream.
Is it Black Remnant? Is that the name of the game now, or just like
Just
Stavron's
random
pathos?
letters. Yeah, exactly. It's therapy for Stavron Otho.
Every Tuesday.
Hit him on Venmo. But no, and you know perfectly well the ritual. Great to see you. We'll see you next week. And the official terminology, of course, which Bronze Girl will appreciate, is see you next Tuesday. We'll see you.